Hello everyone, welcome back to Tarot. Thank you so much for always following and supporting the channel. The moment you're watching this video is the perfect time to receive its message. On this channel, I always bring messages about what is about to happen in your life. When you embrace and trust in positive things, you are also connecting with a parallel world where your desires have already come true. Today, through this reading, I hope to help you open up to the possibilities of the future and support you on your journey to conquer love and manifest your dreams. The theme of today's reading is the thoughts of the person you're still unaware of. I have prepared 3 cards corresponding to piles 1, 2, and 3. Please listen to your intuition and choose the card that attracts you the most, and then click on the time in the description to go to your reading. Now, let's begin the reading for those who have already made their choice. Hello, pile 1. Thank you for your patience. Now, I will begin the reading for those who have chosen pile number 1. I hope this reading brings you healing, new insights, and moments full of love. The theme of today's reading is the thoughts of the person you are still unaware of. First, I will examine the distance and current state between the two of you, that is, the energy connection between you and the other person. The cards that have appeared clearly reflect this: Page of Cups, Queen of Wands, 7 of Wands, King of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, and Knight of Swords. Additionally, there are 3 oracle cards that also contribute to clarifying the message. Overall, the first feeling that comes up is, between the two of you, there is still not a deep connection. Although you may have known each other or even be in the early stages of getting to know each other, the relationship is still fairly new and has not yet reached a deeper level. Some of you may have already started this relationship, but it is still in the beginning phase, or there hasn't been any significant progress yet. From their side, your image appears as someone very mature, with strong principles, reliable, and somewhat admirable. They may even see you as a role model to look up to. However, it is precisely because of your strength and the presence you exude that the distance between the two of you is somewhat stretched, as if there is a sense of being hard to approach or difficult to get close to. Not only from their side, but you may also feel some kind of boundary from their end. Perhaps you view them as someone somewhat separated from the crowd, living quite independently, less integrated, or maybe a little cold and reserved. Some of you may even feel that they are hard to predict or maintain a separated lifestyle, which sometimes makes you confused about how to approach them. Overall, the energy between the two of you right now seems like a connection with potential, but there is still a lot of distance, both emotionally and in terms of openness. It's as if both of you are standing at a distance, observing each other. There is attraction, there is admiration, but neither has truly crossed the boundary to move closer. It's a state of being in limbo, where the two souls may have noticed each other, but are still cautiously assessing, maintaining a safe distance, and not yet allowing themselves to enter each other's world. Moreover, when looking at these cards, I sense that you two might be working in the same environment, or there could be a connection related to work or studies. For example, one person may be supporting the other in a professional capacity, perhaps receiving help, guidance, or advice from the other. The connection between you may stem from a mentoring, learning, or collaborative relationship. And when looking at these 2 cards, the feeling is clear that something is beginning between you two. It's as if a new phase is about to unfold. It could be a stage of gentle attraction, psychological games such as not knowing what the other person is thinking, or whether they are paying attention to you, and both of you are thinking along the same lines. It's as if both of you are in the state of, I hope the other person is thinking about me the same way I'm thinking about them. From their side, there is a sense of anticipation, a glimmer of hope that, I wish they are thinking about me, like a hidden hope that has not yet been expressed. Now, we will move to the next part, which is the things they are hiding, their true feelings that they have never revealed to you. When the cards for this part were revealed, the first impression that came up was an unforgettable emotion. The cards that appeared include 10 of Cups, Death, 5 of Pentacles, with supporting cards Justice, 6 of Cups, and 3 of Wands. Additionally, there are 3 oracle cards that further clarify the message. All of these cards are showing that the person still carries an unforgettable memory within them. It could be related to you, or it could be an emotion from the past that was once very happy and fulfilling, something that has left a deep mark on their heart. And right now, that feeling is still smoldering inside, unable to be let go. They still remember very clearly, remember every detail. Moreover, when looking at these cards, another noticeable thing is that the person is currently lacking confidence. both in making decisions and in their own self at this moment. It seems like they're carrying a worry. What if I make the wrong choice? If I make a decision now, will I regret it? The fear of making mistakes, of choosing the wrong path, of making the wrong decision, is one of the main emotions they are trying to hide. It can be said that, deep within, there is a clear sense of hesitation. They fear that if they take action now, the result could be disappointment or heartbreak. This lack of confidence does not only stem from the present, but may also be rooted in past experiences, making them hesitant and reluctant to move forward. In summary, the true feelings that this person is hiding are, they still remember you, or they still remember something beautiful related to you. At the same time, they are also very fearful, afraid that if they choose now, they will regret it, hurt someone, or make a big mistake. And it is this lack of confidence that is holding them back, preventing them from stepping toward you, even though they have so much they have yet to forget in their heart. This person currently lacks confidence, and this seems to stem from an event in the past that left a deep and lasting impact on them. It could have been an experience that caused them pain, loss, or a loss of trust, and from that, they developed a fear, the fear of losing something again. The feeling is like this: they are afraid that if they enter a relationship, if they allow themselves to become the center of a love story, to become the main character in an emotional connection, they will lose something precious again. It could be a person, a feeling, stability, or simply the sense of being safe. This person seems to carry an invisible fear. What if I lose again? And that fear is preventing them from stepping into the world of love at this moment. The Ten of Cups, a symbol of complete happiness, when paired with the Death card, shows that even though there is an opportunity to experience happiness, this person cannot choose that path right now. It's as if, even when happiness is right in front of them, they still lack the courage to reach for it. The hesitation, caution, and fear of being hurt again have caused them to block themselves from something good. Therefore, from your perspective, the image of this person may appear as rigid and distant, even somewhat cold. As the King of Swords shows, they set very clear boundaries. You might feel that they are drawing a distinct line between work and personal life, or between what is allowed and what is not in relationships. This creates the sensation of facing an invisible wall. Even though you observe each other and care for each other, the distance still exists. Not only do you feel this person is hard to approach, but they also feel the same way about you. The Seven of Wands on their side shows that they perceive you as someone who is not easy to get close to, as if you have a protective layer that makes others cautious, or you are someone with strong independence and magnetism. When looking at the overall energy, it's clear that this connection has not officially begun. Or, if there was any connection in the past, it is now in a state of suspension. It's neither a clear romantic relationship nor completely unfamiliar. Everything seems to be in between, not progressing but also not fully ending. It's a space where both of you are still cautious, not yet feeling safe enough to move toward each other. And this person, although there are still many emotions inside, is still binding themselves with the fear of loss and the feeling of not being capable of grasping happiness once again. And if we consider the possibility that there was some connection between the two of you in the past, it becomes clear that this person carries the feeling of having failed in this connection. Whether it was something that directly occurred between you and them, or an experience from previous relationships, the core emotion they are carrying is, I don't want to repeat the same mistake again. This is the deep inner truth that they are trying to hide. It seems that they are greatly affected by what has happened, whether it was with you or with someone else in the past. They haven't gotten over it. And if we say they can't forget, it's entirely possible they are talking about you. If the two of you no longer meet or interact regularly, that feeling of longing may be even more apparent and profound. However, when I sense the overall energy here, the most prominent thing is, this person is being very hard on themselves. It's as if they are punishing themselves, not allowing themselves to love, not allowing themselves to enter any romantic relationships at all. They may be thinking, I don't deserve to love anyone right now, or I shouldn't let myself get involved in a romantic relationship. Even if there is still a connection between you and them, the relationship is not a romantic one. It's more like a different kind of deep connection where you are the one bringing a positive influence into their life. And they are aware of this. They also feel that you are someone with impact, a light in some way in their life. Perhaps this is why they feel the need to maintain a distance, to take on a different role, because they believe that their position, circumstances, or the current situation does not allow them to move further with you. It's possible that you see them as someone with a different social standing, someone in a situation or role where it's not easy to form a romantic connection, and indeed, many of you following this reading may find yourselves in such a situation. Another card, called the Winds of Change, has also appeared, a symbol of transformation, a new breeze. Yet, this person, when looking at the overall energy, seems to be stuck, standing still. It's as if they cannot allow themselves to move, cannot let their emotions flow, cannot release the limitations they have placed upon themselves. While the universe is hinting at a new flow for them, they are the ones keeping themselves in a state of stillness, standing there, looking toward you, holding inside so many things they cannot express. And this person, at this moment, doesn't seem to truly desire change. Looking at the overall flow of energy, it can be said that you have met a good person, and gradually, in their heart, a special feeling for you is beginning to emerge. Perhaps they are slowly starting to recognize their own presence and emotions towards you, starting to notice, starting to become aware of it. However, everything is being held back by memories of the past. It's as if deep within them, there is still a barrier, telling themselves, I should not allow myself to lean toward love. I shouldn't let myself get caught up in a relationship right now. Perhaps they have lost someone important or gone through a love story that caused them deep pain. It could also be that, when they tried to connect with someone, the result didn't meet their expectations, and everything veered off course. Because of these things, in their mind right now, love is still associated with a negative image. Looking at the current energy, it's clear that this person still thinks being alone is better. It's as if they want to hold onto their own world, a space where they don't have to face the mixed emotions of love. For some of you listening, this may be a heavy, somewhat harsh message, but the story between you and this person is not over yet. If you are still interested, we will continue to explore the next part. Now, let's look at what this person is thinking about the current relationship between you two. The first card that appeared is the Five of Swords, with the supporting card being the Ten of Wands. Next is the Hanged Man, along with the supporting card the Tower and the Nine of Wands. For oracle cards were also drawn to further clarify the message. All of them send a powerful message, unable to act. It's not that they don't want to, it's that they can't. The energy emanating is not one of laziness or indifference, but a feeling of being bound, stuck, as if, even if they wanted to, they couldn't take a step forward. It feels as though if they take action, if they move forward, something will be broken. It could be some order in their current life, a commitment, a role, or an image they are trying to preserve. Inside them, there is a fear. If they act, everything might collapse. And that is what keeps them stuck in a state of stillness, motionless, even though their heart is in turmoil. The Ten of Wands shows a feeling of being overwhelmed, carrying a burden alone, and prolonged exhaustion. The combination of the Hanged Man and the Tower further emphasizes the fear of losing control, the fear that if they make a wrong move, everything they've been holding onto will shatter. The Nine of Wands shows that they are still trying to protect something, defending it, and have not yet lowered their guard. Overall, it seems that this person is in a state of standing between two boundaries. On one side, their growing feelings for you are becoming more and more evident, and on the other side, there is the fear of being hurt. The fear of losing something important if they move toward you. This is causing them inner turmoil, confusion, and they are holding all these emotions inside, not knowing how to overcome themselves. From these two cards, what I sense very clearly is, the things this person has said or done to you, if anything has caused you pain, it wasn't from their true intention. Perhaps you've heard harsh words or witnessed actions that made you feel heartbroken. But they never intended to hurt you. They didn't do it on purpose. However, the end result is that you were hurt, you felt pushed away, or you noticed a clear distance between the two of you. This creates a sense of guilt within them. They know that they may have done something wrong. Even though it wasn't intentional, they feel that they have caused you pain or created a crack in the connection between you two. It's possible that they're also blaming themselves for allowing things to go in this direction. The Nine of Wands in this reading holds a special meaning. It represents boundaries. A clear dividing line between this side and that side. In this case, it may be between the teacher and the student, the mentor and the one being mentored. And this person is thinking that, This relationship is not supposed to cross that line. They are afraid that if they cross that boundary, something will collapse. It could be an order, a rule, or an image that they are trying to maintain. When looking deeper into the cards, I also sense another worry from this person. It's about the way others perceive them. They may be concerned that if the relationship between the two of you progresses into something romantic, it will affect their personal image or cause others to view them in an unfavorable way. They fear losing their position, being unable to explain themselves to those around them, and losing their balance. From the card that carries the message of reduction, a symbol of loss or retreat, it's clear that this person is carrying the fear that you might leave. Perhaps they are afraid that if you discover their feelings for you, or if the relationship between you two becomes more profound, you might choose to walk away or leave the current place. On the other hand, it's also possible that they fear if this relationship progresses, others around them will leave, or the world they are trying to protect will collapse. As shared earlier, there are two very clear interpretations for this person's feelings. 1, they are afraid that if you realize their feelings, you will pull away, severing the connection. 2, if the relationship develops further, it will lead to many consequences, potentially causing those around them to abandon them, breaking apart the familiar system, and forcing them to face things they are not ready to confront. Regardless of the direction, the fear of loss and the powerlessness to protect this connection are weighing heavily on their heart. Additionally, there is another worry that is clearly present in this person's mind, that if their connection with you is discovered by others, it could affect their work, reputation, or even cause clients to leave. They envision a sense of loss. Something or someone will disappear if these feelings are revealed. This is something they are very afraid to face. Perhaps they are holding the thought, if only this weren't the case. If only this relationship didn't happen in the current circumstances, maybe we could be together. A quiet sigh, as if they feel that everything is happening at the wrong time or in the wrong place. Not because there are no feelings, but because the current situation forces them to suppress and sacrifice. The cleanup card appears, symbolizing the need to cleanse, purify, or let go of things that are clouding their mind. To clarify further, another card was drawn, the High Priestess. The image that emerges is one of distraction, their mind unable to focus, their spirit being carried away, their heart unable to be still. This shows that your presence is causing their inner world to become unsteady. Not in a negative sense, but you attract them so much. Their mind is being dominated. They can't focus like they used to, just thinking about you. All their plans, all their work, and all the order in their mind are thrown off balance. From this, a thought arises: true love really exhausts a person. Not because love is painful, but because when they love, they will see nothing else but you, and they fear that. This person seems to be the type who, once they love deeply, wholeheartedly. When they immerse themselves in emotions, they cannot see anything else. They cannot balance the other aspects of their life. And they know this. They understand that they are easily drawn into emotions, easily captivated. That's why they are trying to maintain an elevated view, to stay rational and observe this relationship with clear eyes. But their heart won't allow it, and right at the intersection of reason and emotion, they are torn, they are struggling. They are very clearly aware. Just one more step, and they will prioritize you above everything else. They will place you before the things that are normally seen as essential. It could be work, responsibilities, or other relationships. And because they fear being swept away by love like this, they are trying to avoid it, trying to control their emotions. Not because they don't feel something, but because the emotion is too strong, and if they let it cross the line, everything in their life could change completely. This is what makes them both yearn and fear at the same time. And this, the hesitation, the restraint from this person, may have caused you pain. They may have taken actions like pushing you away or creating the feeling that you were not welcome to come closer, even though they didn't want to do that at all. This is something I can clearly sense from their energy. Now we move on to the final part, the feelings they have for you, the true feelings you still don't know about. This time, quite a few cards were drawn, as the reading revealed the image of a couple symbolizing a destined partnership, the Emperor and the Empress. Because of the strong presence of this combination, I wanted to clarify the message further, so I drew additional cards to verify and explore deeper. The cards that appeared include the Emperor, the Empress, Four of Wands, Knight of Cups, Four of Swords, White Lily, King of Wands, Two of Pentacles, the Sun, once again the Four of Wands, Ace of Swords, and a card symbolizing you clearly emerged. That card represents your image in their inner world. Looking at the entire reading, the message becomes very clear. The true heart of this person, the sincere emotions deep within, are truly for you. One of the oracle cards that appeared carries the message of living with the truth. This indicates that right now, this person is not living truthfully with their feelings. They may be hiding something or in a situation where expressing their true emotions would cause everything to be turned upside down. This could be due to social reasons, work, position, or private circumstances, but the truth is, they cannot express their true feelings at this moment. And this is causing them a lot of inner conflict. In this person's eyes, you are not just someone they have affection for. You are the person they have been searching for, the one they feel they have finally met. It's a deep sense of appreciation, a feeling as though you are their destiny. But at the same time, there is a silent pain, because they cannot express this. The card of living with the truth, along with the powerful cards like the Emperor, the Empress, Four of Wands, the Sun, all indicate one thing. This person really wants to live truthfully with you, to open their heart, to say everything that has been building up inside them. It's not that they don't have feelings, it's that their feelings are so real, so deep, that they fear if they reveal them, they won't be able to control the consequences that follow. They want to speak the truth. They want to open their heart. They want you to know how important you are to them. But they cannot, at least not right now. They cannot live according to what their heart is telling them. However, the undeniable truth is, deep down, they have realized that you are the person they want to be with. And that truth remains locked in their heart, a truth that is gentle but filled with inner conflict, always urging, always aching, always waiting for the day it can be spoken aloud. And another card appeared, the card with the image of a house. When looking at it, the feeling is very clear that this person has something in their current life that they cannot break free from. First, I ask that you accept this part openly, because it may not apply to every case. But if you feel that this resonates with your situation, then this might be a message for you. Specifically, this person might be attached to something they cannot let go of. It could be a family, another relationship, a commitment, or a lifestyle they have chosen before. And they know that if they take another step, if they allow the relationship with you to develop, it is very likely that it will break the stability they currently have. This person seems to be living within a structure they themselves chose, and now they cannot easily discard it, even though inside, they are torn, conflicted. At a deeper level, I feel that within them, there are two worlds. On the outside, there is calmness, the image of a rational person, even somewhat distant, but inside, there are very real, very intense feelings for you. They are strongly drawn to you. You occupy their mind, and the Knight of Cups card clearly shows this. The emotions are very real, very warm, and very deep. But then, the Four of Swords card indicates that they are freezing their heart, keeping those feelings in a dormant state. The reason they cannot act is starting to become clear. They may be in a situation where they are controlled, bound by something. It could be family responsibilities, social obligations, work, or even the judgment of the community around them. The Sun card, which usually carries a positive meaning, in this context appears as a symbol of exposure, clarity, and as a result, this person is even more reluctant to move toward you. They fear that if they step into the light, everything will be revealed. They want to come closer to you, but they cannot. Even if there is no third party or complicated relationship between the two of you, this person is still in an inner conflict. There is something they have realized, something they have seen very clearly. It could be your value, the connection between the two of you, the real emotions they can no longer deny. But alongside that is a sense of helplessness, limitation, and the pain of not being able to live according to what their heart tells them. In short, this person has very deep feelings for you, but they cannot act. It's not because they lack love, but because they are being held back by invisible ties. They feel they cannot break what they have, cannot lose what has been built before. In their heart, you are someone special, someone they feel they have finally found. But in reality, all they can do is watch from afar, love silently, regret silently, and keep that truth locked in their heart. It is precisely these ties, responsibilities, or their current circumstances that are preventing them from moving toward you. Additionally, it is also possible that they fear that if they allow themselves to enter a romantic relationship, their inner balance will be disrupted. If the external ties do not seem to match your situation, then what they are truly afraid of might be that they themselves will no longer be able to maintain the stability they had before. Because this person, once they fall in love, will love intensely, openly, pouring all their emotions and mind into the one they love. And because they are fully aware of this, they fear that if the love develops, other aspects of their life, especially work, will be affected. They fear that they will not be able to maintain a balance between reason and emotion. This further demonstrates how deeply you have moved them. This person truly desires to be in a world with just the two of you, a private space where only you and they exist, with no one else intruding. This is what they long for. However, at this moment, that desire is something they must keep hidden. They do not want to make it public, do not want anyone to discover it. It's not because they are ashamed or lack sincerity, but because they fear the judgment of others, fear that the ties they have will unravel if everything is exposed. They deeply want to have you, in a genuine, complete way. But at the same time, they do not want anyone to know about it. This is the internal conflict that exists deep within them. And perhaps, if you also empathize with this, if you accept that the relationship between the two of you cannot yet be publicly acknowledged, the chance of it becoming a reality will be even higher. In their heart, you are a new presence. Not someone they have known for a long time, but someone who suddenly entered their world like a fresh breeze, causing their heart to stir with unexpected and powerful emotions. Though I may not express it perfectly, the feeling is clear. You are the one who came and awakened something very deep within their soul, an irresistible emotion, someone who they cannot take their eyes off. And they have been swept away. In the present, they are living with a heart that leans toward you, attracted, drawn tightly to you. But at the same time, they understand that they have a responsibility to something important that has existed before. It could be a person, a choice, a path, and that is not easy to let go of. Until now, this person has always lived in the tension between what must be preserved and what their heart longs for. And you, with all your attraction and genuine emotions, have made those tensions stronger than ever before. They desire a world for just the two of you. They want to be with you. They dream of a moment when both of you can be together without being bound by anything. I will conclude this reading for those who chose pile 1 here. If the message today has touched you, even just a little, I would greatly appreciate it if you could leave a sign, a like, a comment, or just a small symbol to let me know that your heart has received it. Your companionship is always a valuable source of motivation for me to continue sharing even more meaningful messages. Thank you for listening until the end of the video. I look forward to seeing you in the next readings. Hello to those who chose pile 2. Thank you for waiting. Now, I will begin the reading for those who selected pile number 2. I hope this reading brings you healing, new insights, and moments filled with love. The theme is the thoughts of the person you're thinking about that you don't know yet. First, let's take a look at the current distance between you and this person. In other words, the state of connection between the two of you right now. The cards that appeared are 5 of Swords, 8 of Wands, the Empress, the Star, 5 of Wands, and Strength. Along with these, there are 3 oracle cards to clarify the message. When observing the overall energy from these cards, the first feeling that emerges is, this person, at least for some of you watching pile 2, may be carrying a feeling that, I have made you angry. Perhaps you are someone who rarely gets angry, you usually stay calm and don't easily show anger outwardly, but in this situation, they feel like they have done something that upset you, perhaps even hurt you. While this may not apply to everyone, it is the prominent emotion coming from their side. Additionally, the reading also shows that, right now, the two of you don't meet often. Either it has been a while since you last met, or meeting is not easy. It could also be due to circumstances, location, or the nature of the relationship that makes it complicated or difficult to meet. It is clear that there is a distance between you two, not just physically, but also psychologically. Another very special point is, all 3 oracle cards share a common theme, that of nurturing and supporting. In other words, in this relationship, there exists a type of connection where one person is caring for, guiding, or supporting the other. Some of you may be in the role of raising children, or perhaps in a position of authority, a mentor, or someone acting as a protector. In many cases, the person may be male and you may be female, and you're in the position of the guide, the more mature one in the relationship. Looking at the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, it can also be seen that there have been arguments, conflicts, or differences of opinion between the two of you. However, it is also possible that this represents underlying competition or a sense of dissonance, as if there is unspoken tension. This could happen if there has been past conflict between you two, or simply because the person feels uncomfortable being around you due to some kind of distance. The Star card appears as a strong symbol of admiration, idealization, or an unbridgeable gap. In their eyes, you are like a distant star, someone hard to reach, or someone they always long to be close to but can't easily have. You may be someone they always wish to be near, but due to circumstances, social status, or internal factors, they feel that you are someone who is not easily attainable. All of these factors combine to create the feeling that this is a relationship with deep potential, but it is being challenged by distance, barriers, or prejudices. The two of you may not find it easy to meet, not easy to connect, and there exists an energy where one person feels they are stepping into the world of the other with caution, both longing but also self-restrained. And even though the emotions are real, everything is still in a phase that hasn't been clarified, like a relationship that has just brushed the surface, but hasn't yet been able to fully enter. The clear feeling emerging is, at this moment, this person may have done something that has caused the relationship between the two of you to become tense. The Five of Swords card once again emphasizes that it is likely they have caused a problem, done something beyond the limit, causing you, someone who is normally calm and gentle, to lose your composure. They may have hurt you, disappointed you, or forced you to set boundaries in order to protect yourself. The card you drew also brings the image of self-protection. You have stood up for yourself, taken action to avoid being drawn into something that could cause harm. Perhaps you have made a decisive move to uphold your self-worth, or you are being sheltered by someone or something. It is an inner strength, self-respect, or a very powerful source of spiritual support. From their side, it can be seen that they are now unable to look directly at you, perhaps because of feelings of guilt, shame, or simply because you are in a state that makes them feel they do not have the courage to face you. They cannot face you, cannot calmly talk as before. There seems to be a sense of avoidance, as if just facing you would make all the emotions spill out, as if they would no longer be able to hide anything. Meanwhile, the energy from your side indicates that you are very busy, perhaps with work, responsibilities, or some process that requires your full focus. You are caught up in the rhythm of life. There may be many things to handle, or you may have chosen to focus on yourself rather than continuing to invest energy into this relationship. Now we move on to a deeper aspect, the things they are keeping hidden, the true inner feelings they have not shared with you. My intuition tells me that the first thing they desire deeply is, they want to step into your world. They want to be a part of your circle, to be accepted, to exist within the space where you feel safe. But perhaps they have felt like an outsider, have felt unwelcome, have not been able to enter that world, and this creates a sense of regret, even sorrow. The cards that appeared are Three of Cups, supported by Six of Swords, bringing the image of separation after a period of closeness. Perhaps you and this person once shared intimate moments, once felt that you belonged to each other, but now that is slowly drifting away, and they can clearly feel that separation. They are trying to move forward, but deep down they have not been able to let go. Next is the Five of Pentacles, accompanied by the Wheel. This clearly represents loneliness, the feeling of being left behind, the sense that they are outside a door that has been closed. Even though the wheel of life continues to turn, even though time keeps passing, their heart still carries the feeling of loss, emptiness, and helplessness. The Two of Pentacles also appears, symbolizing instability, fluctuation, and the inability to make a decision. This person is struggling to keep a balance between two extremes, wanting to move forward but fearing rejection, wanting to reconnect but fearing that the distance between you has grown too wide. They are in turmoil, experiencing intense inner conflict. The three oracle cards further clarify that this person still carries the desire to reconnect, to step into your world once again. But they don't know how to do that without disrupting what you are trying to protect. They fear that their reappearance will disturb your life. They feel like they no longer have a place, yet their heart remains, still drawn to you, still nurturing a longing to return to the place that once had light, where they once felt they belonged, where you were. What they are hiding in their heart, as mentioned before, is the feeling that they have been cast out of some warm circle. This emotion may not apply to everyone, but if it resonates with your situation, then this is the message for you. A part deep within their soul is aching, thinking, I want to be in there too. Perhaps they feel that they have been pushed out, no longer a part of something they once wished to belong to, and this has left a large void in their heart. It could also be that, in reality, they once wanted to do the same thing as you, wanted to step into your world, wanted to be a companion, wanted to be present, but for some reason, they didn't choose that or couldn't do it. And now, they are carrying a feeling of regret. I wish I had chosen differently back then. The feeling becomes even clearer. From their perspective, you, right now, seem incredibly happy. It's as if you are living a complete life, shining brightly, standing out in the crowd, loved, appreciated, and perhaps even protected by something, maybe a community, the people around you, or a strong support system. And this, in turn, amplifies the feeling of being left behind within them. They feel that you have left them behind, as if the two of you once walked in the same direction, but now you have moved forward, and they have been left behind. Now, you have advanced so much that they can no longer reach you. And deep inside, they carry a silent yet persistent feeling, you are truly amazing. I truly admire you. Their admiration is not a harsh envy, but rather a form of sadness and regret, as if they see you shining brightly, being loved, and they are standing on the outside, looking in. They may think that you have become someone who belongs to a different world, a world they can no longer enter. It's not exactly jealousy, but there is clearly a quiet comparison. They place themselves in a lower position, feeling they are not on your level, not worthy of you, or that they have strayed from the path that once brought the two of you close. They once wanted to be a part of that world, but for some reason, they didn't choose that, didn't dare to step in, or didn't know how to walk with you. And now, they carry a deep sense of regret for not choosing you, for not staying, for not having the courage to step forward. They feel that this very choice has led them to their current situation, alone, lost, and far away from you, the one who now shines in a world they can no longer reach. And all these feelings, regret, admiration, the feeling of being left behind, are carefully hidden deep within them. No one knows, no one can tell, except for them and their own heart. Now, let's move on to the next part, the current thoughts of this person about the relationship between the two of you. The cards that appeared are the Phoenix card, symbolizing rebirth, along with two supporting cards, Seven of Swords and Queen of Swords. Additionally, there are the Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and 3 Oracle cards. The first thing that stands out most clearly from this spread is, this person truly wants to start over with you. They carry the desire to rebuild the relationship that once fractured. But alongside that longing is a sense of helplessness, as if they don't know how to make you come back, or they don't know if they still have a chance. Looking at the Queen of Swords, it can be seen that you currently appear in their mind as someone very rational, steadfast, and not easily swayed. They feel that you have changed, that you are no longer as forgiving, no longer as soft-hearted as before. And perhaps they are also thinking, I must have done something to truly upset you, and now I can't change your decision. The Seven of Swords shows that this person is carrying feelings of regret for having acted wrongly or for saying something that hurt you. They may be blaming themselves, feeling that they are the cause of the current situation, and it is because of their own mistakes that they can no longer bring you back. However, the Phoenix card carries a gentle but profound message, even though they may appear calm on the outside, even perhaps optimistic or smiling. Inside, they have a heart silently crying. There is a pain tightly suppressed, a desire to scream that cannot be voiced. They smile, but it is the smile of someone trying to keep their spirits up while their heart is slowly breaking. In their heart, there is a series of unanswered questions. Do you still care about me? Is there any chance left? Can I be forgiven? They may be thinking about starting over, as if planting a new seed, nurturing it from the beginning so that this relationship can grow once more, this time with sincerity and real effort. The Two Pentacles cards, 7 and 8, also show that this person is ready to put in the effort, willing to spend time and energy to nurture the connection that once existed with you. They no longer expect something quick, but rather an opportunity that gives them enough time to prove themselves, enough time to rebuild the foundation for something more lasting. The 3 Oracle cards further confirm this. This person truly wants to talk to you again. They want to say things they've never said, to open up, to share what they've kept inside for too long. They want to express their true feelings, even if fragile, even if fearful, because they understand that if they don't speak, everything will remain in the past forever. They are whispering to themselves, I want to talk to you again, to say everything in my heart, as sincerely as possible, without defenses, without hiding. Because you are the one I once lost, and you are the one I want to have again if fate gives me one more chance. The card representing regret appears here as a confirmation. Deep within this person's heart, there exists a feeling that they could have been by your side, they could have stepped into your world, but in the end, they were too late. It's not just loneliness, but the feeling of being left out, of being pushed away from something warm and important. And they are asking themselves, did I miss my chance? Did I let it slip away? This feeling of being too late is accompanied by a deep desire to understand each other, to reconnect. When the reading asks about what this person thinks about the relationship with you, one of the strongest feelings that emerges is they want a chance to start over. They are genuinely hoping for another opportunity, just a small opening, so that they can step in and say all the things that were once suppressed, all the things they buried deep inside. Now, the final part, the emotions that you still don't know, the things deep in this person's heart that they have never expressed. The cards that appear are the Magician, supported by the Five of Cups, followed by the Moon, King of Wands, along with the Tower and the letter card, Ace of Cups, paired with the Two of Wands and the fish symbol, and 4 oracle cards carrying a clear energy of a desire to express themselves. The first thing that stands out is, this person truly wants to speak out, to express everything. They are thinking, I want to tell the truth. I want you to listen. Not just to speak for the sake of speaking, but to speak with all their heart, the things that have never been said. They want you to listen, not to accuse or justify, but to be understood. The Moon card clearly represents the feelings of ambiguity, unease, and the things that are still unclear in their heart. They are still living in a state that is half real, half dream, where everything related to you is both beautiful and sad, making them unable to look away yet unable to come closer. The Five of Cups, paired with the Magician, shows that they once had the opportunity to do something, to create change, but missed it. And now, they look back at the past with deep regret. The King of Wands and the Tower, along with the letter card, represent that they want to break the silence, to overcome their fear and send you a sincere message. Perhaps they are preparing, or have thought long and hard about reaching out again, about saying what is truly in their heart. A conversation. No pretenses, no defenses, only real feelings. The Ace of Cups, the card representing pure emotion, appears with the Two of Wands and the fish symbol, associated with emotional depth, flow, and the subconscious, showing that their feelings for you have not disappeared. They are still there, deep and genuine, even though you may no longer see them. The 4 oracle cards confirm that this person is hoping you can return to the open, genuine state you once had, much like the Page of Cups, the card of the Page of Cups, gentle, innocent, sincere. They know you are strong, rational, decisive, the image of the Queen of Swords, but they also once knew you in another light, vulnerable, loving, and full of emotion. Now, they are hoping you will show them that soft side once again. Not because they want you to be weak, but because that is where they can truly touch your heart. They believe that, even though you have changed, that part of you, the gentle heart that once knew how to love, is still there, and they hope to see it once more. They are whispering to themselves, I missed my chance once. But if I had another opportunity, I would say everything. As long as you listen with your heart. And you, the one they are silently reaching out to, are the person who has caused them this much longing, regret, and hope. It may be about your appearance, or it may be about the inner qualities, but clearly, in their eyes, you are a very lovable person. No matter your age, they still look at you with affection, perceiving you as someone endearing, with something that makes them feel gentle and wanting to be close to you. And when looking at these 2 cards, I feel even more clearly. In their eyes, you are someone who is always protected, always loved. They feel that you are a person living in the light, someone with value, emotions, and special connections surrounding you. You are someone who is cherished, cared for, and perhaps it is for this reason that they feel you shine, reaching deep into their heart. What makes them feel a pang of sadness is, they also want to be a part of that world. They once longed to step into it, to be accepted by you, to have you open up to them. They once wanted you to accept them, to give them a place by your side. And even more than that, they want you to be with them. Your presence, to them, is not just a comfort, but also a source of motivation, a spiritual strength. It can be said that as long as you are by their side, they feel like they can do anything. In fact, it could even be said that without you, they feel like they have lost their source of life energy. They feel like they can't fully harness their potential, as though they are always in an incomplete state. It's a feeling of not being able to burn with full passion, a sense of something left unfinished in both their emotions and actions. They are also in the process of self-discipline, self-improvement, facing the weaknesses within themselves. And you, with all your sensitivity, may have already noticed this. They are aware that they need to change, need to grow, need to overcome their own shortcomings. And they are truly trying, quietly, without making a show, to become stronger, to become more deserving, or simply to be brave enough to stand by your side. The next 3 cards hold many layers of meaning, so I will convey them in different directions so that you can receive the message that resonates the most with you. One of the prominent emotions is, I've given up. It's possible that they once had the intention to act. They wanted to get closer to you. They wanted to do something to change the situation. But then, after learning something, they hesitated. It could have been a piece of information, an action from your side, or something they sensed that made them stop. It's as if they were walking forward, but suddenly froze, then turned back. It's not because they no longer have feelings, but because what they know, or what they think they know, made them lose confidence, making them feel that taking action at this moment would be ill-timed, or would not bring the desired result. And so, they stopped, kept it hidden in their heart, continued silently working on themselves, but took no further steps. It's possible that they think you no longer need them, that you have enough light, enough love, and enough people around you, and they, the ones who once wanted to step into that world, are now only standing at a distance, watching from afar. And all of this, they are keeping to themselves, not saying anything, not explaining, just leaving a void in their heart, where you once existed as a sacred source of motivation. Perhaps it was a message, a notification, or some form of contact from you, a note, an email, that led them to decide to stop. It's as if, after reading something from you, they thought to themselves, now is not the right time. They may have really wanted to act, really wanted to connect, but in the end, they told themselves that taking action now would not bring the desired results. On the other hand, it's also possible that their current emotions are rising very strongly. They want to see you, want to connect in any way possible. The urge within them is growing stronger, and they seem to be becoming impulsive, wanting to break through all the distance just to say something, to hear you say something. The 2 cards clearly show they want to act, want to communicate, want to connect, want to speak the truth. However, it is also possible that they are waiting for you to message first. They are waiting for a signal from you, even the smallest one, so they can hold on to it as a reason to move forward. Because deep inside, they still carry the fear that if they take the initiative too soon, the situation might become chaotic or make things more complicated. It's possible that they also carry complex emotional elements within them, as though every action they take is easily influenced by their emotions, prone to bursts, and easily misunderstood. If you are someone who is sensitive and feeling tired, their outburst might overwhelm you. And because of this, they are asking themselves, should I take a softer approach? Instead of being direct, should I message you? Write a letter? Send an email? There is a strong possibility that they are considering indirect methods to maintain the connection without making you feel pressured. And finally, the clearest thing they are holding in their heart is hope. They hope that they are still in your heart. They hope that you still think of them, still have some feelings for them. They remember very clearly the beautiful moments between the two of you, the time when you were in harmony, when you loved each other. They carry this memory as a comfort, as something beautiful they can't let go of. They long to be loved again, to have you love them once more. Not a completely new beginning, but a second chance. To be loved again by the one who once made them feel whole. That's you. They are still holding many things in their heart that they cannot express, but the deepest desire is to touch your heart again, once more, with the love that once existed and has never truly faded. I will now close the reading for those who chose Group 2 here. If something in today's message has calmed your heart or sparked a thought, an emotion, leave a small mark, a symbol, or a few words of sharing. Even the slightest sign will let me know that the message from the universe has found the one who needs to hear it. Thank you so much for staying with me until the end of this video. I look forward to seeing you in the next readings. Hello to those who chose Group 3. Thank you for waiting. Now, I will begin the reading for those of you who selected Pile 3. I hope this reading will bring you healing, new insights, and moments filled with love. The theme of this reading is the feelings of the person you haven't yet discovered. First, I will look at the distance and the current situation between the two of you. The cards drawn include the Star, Nine of Swords, King of Wands, Two of Wands, the Fool, and Page of Swords. Additionally, there are 3 oracle cards. First of all, on your side, it seems like you are carrying some sort of worry for the other person. Perhaps you're wondering if they are okay, or if they are enduring something. There is a sense about you that suggests a desire to do something for them, a longing to help, to protect, as if you want to reach out and shelter them. This feeling seems to be very sincere. 2 cards show the image of raising a hand high, which gives a sense as if you have just completed something or gone through a certain phase and now feel relieved, as if it is finally over. Perhaps you have just freed yourself from a particular situation, or you have stepped out of a constraint and now feel freer. Because of this, you feel as if you can now do what you want, you can meet that person again, or you are ready to reconnect. In other words, your situation seems to be more stable and favorable. Perhaps it is you who have completed the issues that needed to be addressed, not the other person. It's also possible that you are in a phase where it feels like the time to meet again is finally approaching, or that it's just a little more until you can reconnect. In other words, an opportune moment for reunion is drawing near. This energy is quite palpable from your side. At the same time, there is still a slight worry, a subtle anxiety present within you, as if you are thinking of them with deep care, wanting to protect them, wanting to be there for them when they need it. Additionally, there is an energy related to action, to creation, much like the image of working together on a field. It's possible that you and the other person are involved in some activity, project, or work together. However, it's not about the two of you working separately, but about existing together within a whole, a shared space, or a common goal. For example, if you are someone who paints, the other person could be someone who plays music. Though these are different fields, they come together in one project or environment. Perhaps your relationship with this person has a similar tone. Of course, this might apply to some, but not to all. Be flexible in receiving it if it resonates with your situation. Additionally, the Star card indicates that hope is gradually unfolding. It's as if a beam of light is shining through, making you feel more optimistic, believing that everything will be okay. A sense of liberation, freedom, and a clearer path ahead is spreading in the atmosphere between the two of you. In summary, the reading suggests that you are in a state of readiness, more stable, perhaps having just passed through something important. At the same time, you are also worried and eager to protect and support the other person. As for the distance and the current situation between the two of you, it can be said that it is gradually moving toward a positive point. A closeness is approaching, and the opportunity to meet again is gradually becoming a reality. Next, we will move into revealing the things the other person is hiding in their heart, the true feelings they have for you. The cards drawn include 8 of Wands, with the Strength card as an additional card, followed by the Devil, with 2 additional cards, 7 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles, and finally, 10 of Wands. There are also 4 Oracle cards. Overall, the reading indicates that there has been a very clear change in how the other person perceives you. And this change is moving in a positive direction. The impressions, feelings, and thoughts they once had about you are no longer the same as before. Something has caused them to see you in a new light, a new perspective, as if they've finally realized something. Their perception of you has changed. They may have realized that you are truly an amazing person, something they didn't see clearly before. It's also possible that you've shown a very strong side of yourself, and that has completely changed the way they think. It's as though you've made them look at you with eyes full of respect. In a previous reading, there was also an energy suggesting that you are someone with ability, someone who can take action, and now it's possible that this is exactly what has made them realize that you are a special person. At the same time, there is a feeling as though the person is silently thinking to themselves, "You've worked so hard, you've tried so much." There is a quiet acknowledgement in their heart for you, as though they haven't said it out loud, but they are silently thinking that you are truly admirable, that you are strong, and that you've done what they themselves were too afraid to do. Inside them, there is a deep sense of respect and admiration for you. The courageous actions you've taken, the brave steps you've ventured, All of these have changed their heart. They might even feel that, I can't do that, or I wouldn't have the courage to do what you did. And this, in turn, makes them feel the strength, the resilience, and the determination that you carry within yourself. Looking at the Seven of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, it seems as though they are silently thinking that you are someone who has forged your own path, even in the face of unfavorable circumstances, even while bearing many pressures. You have walked that path with your own strength. You've overcome scarcity, hardship, and challenges, and you continue to move forward. In you, they see an unyielding energy, patience, and perseverance that is not easy to possess. They might feel that you are someone with an indomitable spirit, and this is what both surprises and impresses them. In their heart, there is a very genuine acknowledgement. You are truly amazing. You are someone with great inner strength. But they don't easily express this outwardly. These feelings are hidden, yet they are very clear in the deepest part of their soul. And it may be you, through your strength and courage, who has made these emotions blossom within them. You have stirred their heart, changed the way they view things, and made them start realizing that you are a special person who cannot be replaced. In the past, they never saw you in the way they do now. But now, perhaps they are feeling that you have truly grasped something. It could be freedom, or the rewards from the tireless efforts you've persistently pursued. The energy transmitted is very clear. You have reaped the fruits of your labor. In their eyes, you are currently shining brilliantly. A dazzling, sparkling light that they cannot take their eyes off. You have become something radiant, dazzling, and incredibly beautiful in their eyes. Not only your external appearance, but also the light that comes from within, from your inner self and your charisma, a special quality they can feel very clearly. In fact, you give them the feeling that you are unique. No one else can be like you. And that special quality, that brilliance, is finally being recognized and acknowledged by those around you. Perhaps you once lived quietly in the shadows or were not valued for your true worth, but now they feel that everyone is finally seeing the real you, and this makes them feel happy for you. The King of Wands appears here as if to represent them, as if they want to say, I've always known this. They have seen what you carry within you, your talent, your magnetism, your uniqueness, for a long time. They have always seen your qualities, recognized the potential you possess, and always believed that you would rise. Though they may not have voiced it, in their heart, they have known exactly who you are. And now, what they always believed has finally come to fruition, not only in their eyes, but in the eyes of others as well. They feel that you now carry an immense attraction, not only making those around you admire you, but also drawing them in intensely. It's as if they are mesmerized by the brilliant light that you are radiating. Another card drawn is the Six of Pentacles, combined with the Two of Swords, which paints a very clear image. You have just stepped out of a confined, suffocating space, entering into a broader, freer world. You dared to let go of something, dared to refuse or end something that once bound you. And it is this release that makes you shine brighter than ever before. They are thinking to themselves, you have been brilliant since you stopped that. And now, they are strongly attracted by that very beauty. It's not just simple admiration, it's a feeling of being drawn in, being moved, being captivated. They can no longer ignore your light. And so, deep down, they are clearly acknowledging, you are someone radiant, someone I cannot ignore. This feeling is growing within them, quietly but intensely. Next, there is a message about their current thoughts on the relationship between the two of you. The cards drawn include Eight of Cups, accompanied by the additional Two of Pentacles, then the High Priestess, supported by the Knight of Wands, followed by the Four of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Additionally, there are 3 Oracle cards. The overall energy clearly shows one thing: it seems that they have not given up on you. There is a very strong sense that this person once had a reason to walk away, once stood on the edge of withdrawing, but chose not to. Something keeps them holding onto this connection, and they still follow you, still care about you, still keep you in their heart. From the very beginning of the reading, a very clear feeling emerges: you are truly amazing. You have done something that not everyone can accomplish. This is their first thought when they think about the relationship between the two of you, a sense of admiration, a deep respect. They see you as someone who has overcome something significant, or who has completed a long and arduous journey. They recognize the perseverance, the determination, and the light that you radiate as the result of all your efforts. Of course, this may only apply to some of those watching the reading, but the energy is very strong. You are someone who has persistently overcome many challenges, and the other person feels this clearly. From this, in their heart, a feeling begins to form that it's time for me to take the next step. It's as if now it's their turn to act. There is a very clear sense in the cards. They are following behind you, stepping in your footsteps to move forward. This image is not one of imitation, but rather a form of motivation. You, with your resilient spirit, have inspired them. They feel, if this person was brave enough to do that, then I must rise as well. You are like a trailblazer, paving the way, and they want to follow in your footsteps with their own strength and courage. The card about courage has also appeared as a sign that now the other person feels, next time, it's my turn to show courage. It's as if they are whispering to themselves, I will step forward, I will take action. Because you did it, I will try too. The reading also shows that you may be someone who has a significant influence in a particular area. It could be your work, a specific talent, or a spiritual mission that you are pursuing. They see you as someone who is shining, achieving, contributing, and doing something important and meaningful. Perhaps you are active in a special field or have a prominent role, and this only increases their admiration for you. From beginning to end, the predominant energy is, you are truly amazing. That is the feeling they carry in their heart when they think about you and this relationship. Not only do they admire you, but they also feel inspired, feeling that, I want to be like that too. What's special is that they seem to have been observing your journey for a long time. They know that you didn't give up, that you trusted yourself and stayed true to the path you chose. And now, seeing you shine, they not only admire you, but they also feel themselves being awakened, stirred to step out of their comfort zone and move towards you. When it comes to the current feelings the other person has for you, the word admiration can truly capture the essence of their emotions. They see you as truly amazing, not just as a casual compliment, but as a deep recognition from the heart. In their eyes, you are radiant, captivating, and very special. Looking at the two cards that have appeared, it can be felt that the other person desires for both of you to move forward at your own pace, not rushing, not forcing. They sincerely hope that this relationship can develop slowly, but steadily and sustainably, in respect of each other's pace of life. They want to preserve and cherish this distance, not by holding on tightly or forcing things, but by quietly walking alongside each other, each taking their own steps, but always heading toward one another. They want both of you to respect each other. You have your own pace and way of thinking, and they too have their own path, but the important thing is that these two paths can still intersect, touch, and together create beautiful shared moments. It could be a quiet evening together, enjoying a delicious meal, or simply sharing the happiness of savoring the flavors of a dish. It seems that they truly want to treasure these simple and peaceful moments with you. They also do not want to force themselves or place any pressure on you or themselves. This feeling is very clear. They do not want this relationship to become burdensome, but rather want to keep it light, natural, and serene. What's special is that they are greatly influenced by you. You are the one who has brought inspiration, who has made them change their perspective, who has made them feel enlightened and urged them to step out of their comfort zone. Now we move to the final part, the feelings you may not yet know, the things they are keeping hidden in their heart. The cards drawn include the Death, the Fool, and the Ten of Swords. Then, the Five of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers appear. Following that, we have the Seven of Wands, complemented by the Tower and the Garden. Additionally, 4 oracle cards were drawn. The first prominent message is, I want to have a clear conversation. Not necessarily just with you, but with something important that exists in their life. Something they know they need to face, something they need to clarify, something they need to resolve. This is a true feeling that you may not know yet. Deep within them, there is a very strong need to confront, to clarify, and to be decisive about something they have left unresolved for far too long. The first 3 cards show something very powerful. They want to end something to be freed. The appearance of the Death and the Ten of Swords suggests that they truly carry a desire to break free from an old, exhausting, confining situation or something that no longer serves them. They no longer want to live in these restrictions. They want to be free, to live as their true self, to start anew with the energy of the Fool, with a fresh, light-hearted, and hopeful mindset. At the same time, the Five of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers show that this is not just an ordinary decision, it is a significant turning point in their life's journey. They are standing at a crossroads, letting go of something old to step into a new cycle, and in that cycle, your presence is very clear. They are being drawn into a deep emotion for you, something that even they cannot control. They don't say it, but inside, they are battling, wanting to protect what they believe in, while also feeling that change is inevitable. The Seven of Wands, combined with the Tower and the Garden, reveals an inner conflict. They are in a phase where everything old may collapse at any moment, but that collapse is precisely the doorway that opens up for them to enter a new space, a garden. A new connection, a new beginning with you. In summary, what they are keeping hidden is, they carry within them a very strong desire to end something old, to start over freely and truthfully. And in the future they are heading toward, your image is very clear, as someone who could walk with them into a new journey, full of hope and genuine affection. They are carrying a very clear desire within them, I want to end something. And this is closely tied to the image of the Fool that appeared earlier in the reading about the distance between the two of you. It seems they are strongly influenced by you, by your energy, the way you choose your own path, how you live freely and authentically. They feel that you have awakened something within them. It's as if a light has been shed, making them realize, I want to live like that too. I want to be myself. There is a very clear feeling. They want to step into your world, the place where you live, where you feel, where you are free and happy. They want to choose that, they want to be like you. But right now, they are still holding back. They are still in a state of endurance, forcing themselves not to act, or they simply can't act yet. They may be bound by circumstances, responsibilities, or an old choice they haven't fully let go of. Still, deep inside, they have the answer. I want to live like you. I want to choose the same path as you. From the cards, it can be felt that you are radiating a very strong energy, a positive, determined, and full of inner strength life force. In their eyes, you are a brilliant light that cannot be ignored. They are drawn to you, pulled toward you. They feel that you are truly living an admirable life, one that is free, radiant, and joyful. Perhaps you are unaware of it, but to them, you are a source of inspiration. However, this also makes them anxious. With the appearance of the Five of Swords, it can be seen that they are afraid of losing you. They fear that someone else will take you away, that someone else will come and have you before they do. This fear makes them uneasy, and their emotions are becoming harder and harder to control. It seems that they can no longer suppress their feelings for you. They are too intense, too deep. And then, the cards like the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers once again confirm that this person truly desires to be with you, to walk with you down the path ahead. Their feelings are no longer limited to the initial attraction. It has now turned into a longing to live together, to build together, to form a true bond. And they do not want anyone else to have you. They are not only attracted to you, but they are so captivated that they feel you are an irreplaceable part of their destiny. Finally, there is a strong sense being conveyed. They are gradually becoming ready to say no. Perhaps, up until now, they have always adhered to something, the opinions of others, expectations, obligations, societal roles, and this has prevented them from living authentically. But now, their inner energy is shifting. They want to stop following what others say. They want to be free, to take control of their own life. They are on the verge of a spiritual rebellion, where they will say no to what no longer serves them, where they will reject the old patterns and be ready to step into a new journey. And in that journey, they want you by their side. They want to live like you, freely, being true to themselves, living with their heart. You have awakened this in them, and now they are nearing the threshold of that change. The appearance of cards like the Death, the Ten of Swords, along with the clear emotions of I don't want this anymore, I want to speak this decisively, all point to the fact that they carry a very strong desire to end something. And this is not just an ordinary ending, but an act born from courage, daring to say no, daring to face it, daring to clarify. They want to express this to someone, not necessarily to you, but perhaps to a situation, a relationship, or a constraint they have silently endured for too long. And you are the one who has instilled that courage in them. The card of courage that appeared earlier also carries a very distinct energy. You are the inspiration that has made them think about change, made them want to live authentically. The choices you've made, the steps you've taken, the light you radiate, all of these have contributed to a deep transformation within them. Perhaps you are unaware of it, but to them, the impact you've had is immense and positive. Thanks to you, They are gradually realizing what the right choice is, which direction aligns with their heart. Within them now, something has become very clear, an image, a future, a beautiful thing they want to move toward. What was once a vague feeling has now become something real, vivid, present in their consciousness. And you are the one who has illuminated that. It's as if your image is the guiding light, helping them see the way out, helping them believe they can live the life they truly desire. However, the emotions within them are so intense, to the point that they can no longer maintain their composure. They can't stay calm as they once did, they can't suppress their feelings as they tried before. Even though they may want to control themselves, even though they try to maintain balance, they can't stop thinking about you. You are filling their mind. And this is causing them to feel restless, the desire to act, to be liberated, to quickly move into the next phase. The Oracle card also appears to reaffirm this. The other person is thinking about saying something, about resolving something once and for all. As mentioned before, it's not necessarily with you. It could be with someone else or a specific situation in their life. They are carrying a determination. I will speak. I will clarify. I will end this. And with that ending, they sense a door will open, a place of freedom, relief, and a new beginning waiting for them. What's important is, they have already seen it. They have seen the image of life after letting go, and that image includes you. They no longer have doubts. In their heart, everything has become clear. They know that on the other side of decisiveness, of honest conversation, of courageous action, lies the path to liberation. And you are the one they see in that light. So once again, the cards are showing, this person truly wants to change, truly wants to act. They carry a very clear feeling within them. I want to live like you. You are the model they want to move toward, not because you are perfect, but because you are living true to yourself, living with joy, freedom, and an open heart. From another card, the energy of innocence, carefree joy, and pure happiness is also conveyed. When they are with you, they feel as if they are returning to the purest emotions of their soul, a place where their heart knows how to feel, to be joyful, to dance. They feel that with you, they can breathe easily, be themselves, without having to force anything, without needing to fit into anything. No matter how old they are, one thing is certain, they want to live fully with their life. They want to enjoy, to love, to laugh, and to step into a meaningful journey with you. They are thinking, I can choose that, right? I have the right to choose what makes me happy, and I want to choose you. Because of this, they are moving toward action. I will choose that path. I will walk in that direction. No more hesitation or confusion, but clarity from the heart. When combined with cards like the Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers, the energy of the reading becomes even deeper. In their eyes, you are destiny. You are someone who cannot be missing from their life. You are not just a choice. You are an irreplaceable presence. To them, you have become the light, the hope, the purpose of life, the most beautiful thing they have ever encountered. They are about to make a very significant decision, or they will resolve an issue they have carried with them for a long time. In their heart, the choice is already clear. That person is you. There is no more doubt. What they want, what they are moving toward, what makes them feel truly alive, it's you. I will close this reading for those who chose pile 3 here. If your heart feels comforted or awakened by anything in today's reading, do not hesitate to leave a greeting, an emoji, or anything you want to share. For me, every response from you is a vibrant heartbeat, a proof that the invisible threads between us are truly connecting. Thank you for listening with all your heart. I look forward to meeting you again on the next journey.